Hey guys! I am Lillian, aka Stitchy Me on Instagram and now here on YouTube. I'm coming to you from the Netherlands on October 15th, 2020. And welcome to my very first Flosstube video. I'm kind of nervous, I'm excited, because I have kind of been wanting to do this since I found the community, and that's a few months ago. Yeah, so I'm very excited to do this. I want to split the videos into two, probably, because I don't trust the memory of my phone. I don't believe he will be able to hold very much footage. So, okay, let's get started. This video will be a WIP parade, but not with just works in progress, but also all of the finished stuff. And it will be in chronological order so that you can see my journey from the beginning. Because I've only been cross-stitching for about a year now, I guess. And then at the end I will put in some knitting and crochet and my plans for whatever period of time coming. And then in the next video I will talk about my Etsy shop, and I want you guys to leave any questions that you have in the comments down below. Because I don't really like to watch or do a Know Your Needle Worker tag, so I figured how fun would it be if you can ask me any questions that you would like to know about me. And let's breathe. and everything that I will find appropriate I will answer, so leave those questions down below. And yeah, I will answer those in the next video. Let's get started. So I think it was like, okay, where I first saw cross stitch stuff was when I went with my prom dress to a tiny boutique here in town to have some adjustments done on that. And in that tiny boutique I found some cross stitch kits, but they were really like vintage old ornaments. I don't like that style. But that's where I found out about the existence of cross stitch. So I went back there because I thought it was a very like extinct hobby. Little did I know, of course. So I went back there and they gave me this tiny piece of ribbon Ada, a skein of DMC white and a skein of 310. And I charted these myself. So I did this. Oh. That. And Amy from Creativity by Gidge told me what it was in English, but I don't remember. I'm sorry, Amy. Please go check her out. She's amazing. I will try to link her down below. She is doing no new starts this year and is planning on doing like some 20-something hates next year. So it's amazing. And I also did this, which is my name, charted by myself. And so yeah, that's what I first did, and I found out that I liked it. So I started Googling. I didn't find anything at first. I found like these conversion sites where you can put in a photo, select your stitch count and your amount of colors, and then it will generate a pattern for you. But I was like, no, I'm not doing 50 colors. Little did I know that like 90 colors is normal. And, and the stitch count too. So I did not do that, and I kept on searching. And I found, because as you probably all know, a lot of these cross stitch sites don't actually have cross stitch in them. So if you don't know about them, you will not find them. Like Heaven and Earth, Lakeside Needlecraft, whatever. But what I did find was 123 Stitch, because it has stitch in the name, of course. So I went on there and I found my very first cross stitch kit, which was a dimensions kit, and it is right here above my head. That's my fox, and I finished that. Well, okay, let's start with the starting, right? I started that in November 2019 and I finished it in August this year. If you would like to know, this is how I keep track of my progress. Every block is a block of 10 by 10 stitches, and I write down the month, and with smaller projects the week, and I fill in when that block is completed. So I did that with a parking method, with 10 by 10 blocks, staggering those. So I made it my own little conversion, so that I would only have one thread of that color on the piece and not in every column. And I learned parking from Teresa Little Stitcher. Go check her out too, she's amazing. I watched her Full Coverage for Beginners series, and that's where I got the idea of parking, and I loved it. So I will try to link her down below too. And I'm trying to look into the camera, but I'm forgetting constantly. Okay, breathe again. I'm so excited. Okay, so after Fox, oh no, okay, so while Fox was on its way to my house, because I live in the Netherlands, it came from America. I did not know of any companies that supplied cross-stitch stuff in Europe, so I let it, it came from all the way over there, and I paid the shipping, and oh, so expensive. And so while that was on its way, and it took a while, I found Flosstube. So that was a whole rabbit hole in itself. And I was really overwhelmed, because I found Heaven and Earth, which I'm obsessed with. I have not started anything yet because I'm broke and yeah, mainly broke. So, but I am planning on one, you will see in the end. And I was really overwhelmed, but what I was comfortable with doing first was going on Etsy and searching for like smaller stuff, because I found that Fox over here was quite a big piece. It's like, what is it? Can I see? Like 2000 by, is that right? No, is it? Is it though? Wait. No, it's not. 200 by like 150. And it's not completely full coverage like the fox itself is, but then the background is not, and of course there, besides his head, there's no stitches at all. So it's not full coverage, but it still is quite a lot of work, and there's different amount of strands per color, and there are blends and cross stitch, back stitch, and 10 stitch. So lots of different stuff. So I wanted smaller stuff, and I went on Etsy and I bought 3 patterns. And the first one I started was, which one was the first one? Cherry Blossom. And I started this in week, oh yeah. I had a little break from this because I started it basically beginning of winter. And here it is, by the way. And so I started at the beginning of winter, and then I thought I got like a third through, and I figured that it would be nice to have a seasonal piece, so I left it for spring and I finished it in spring. And then I also bought what I just called short for Wonderful Time, because the entire title and the text is "It's the most wonderful time of the year." And here you go. There. And I want to make this into a tiny pillow. So I have already bought this filling. So I think it will be the perfect amount. We'll see. If you have any tips or tutorials for how to make simple pillows with hand sewing, I don't have a sewing machine, please put them down below. And then I bought a third piece off of Etsy, which was not small. In fact, it was like twice as big as Fox here. So I bought my tiger, as I call it. I don't remember if that's the official name, but I just call it tiger because it's a tiger. And that is not finished yet. So I have printed out the finished piece for you. It's going to look like this when it's finished. And now I took it out with a Q-snap for you, which I do not do in between pages. So feel special. Normally. So I have finished the top row, and I'm doing this cross country by page. Well, I'm not color completing by page, I'm just picking a color in the top, finishing it, and picking a new color. Like finishing the threads, not the color. And so I first went across the top row, and then I started randomizing pages, and I like that. So I first randomizer picked this page, and now I'm working on this page. And then afterwards, like, I'm not randomizing between these three. I will be randomizing between these three and that one and that one. So I don't know where I'm going, but I like that. It's a surprise. And okay, so I asked for help because by that time I already had a Instagram page, and I post like all my progress like almost daily on there. So if you are interested in that, because I don't know how often I will upload videos. So if you want regular updates, follow me on Instagram. I will try to link it down below. It's Stitch Me. Okay, so funny thing about this is, okay, this is 28 count, by the way, Jobelin. And I'm doing this 2/2 full cross. Because I wanted to use the loop start, and I'm stubborn because I asked for help on Instagram to my followers, and I asked like how many strands should I use, like 1 or 2? Of course you will not use 1, that's way too little coverage, you will basically not see the image almost. So someone answered like maybe you want to use even 3 strands. And someone else said, well, do a test stitch. Okay, so I already knew that I did not have enough fabric to do a test stitch, because this is very, it barely fits on there. So I just started stitching in the light colors, where is no problem, of course, with 2 strands. And I thought, oh, that's fine. So then I got into the darker colors. And it doesn't show up, does it? Well, there's fabric showing through more than I like, and it's not showing up really well on the camera, but just believe me, it's there. Oh, there it shows up. So I don't really like that. I might have used 3 strands if I had done the first stitches in black. but I didn't know there would be a difference. Now I know. We'll never make that mistake again. So, okay, so then I'm kind of cheating. I did not do this on the first row, so I might have to go back and correct it so it matches. But in the second row I started like backstitching over the parts where the fabric is showing through with the same color. Yeah. So that's a lot of extra work. I don't really like doing it or enjoy doing it, but it's, yeah, it's better than having it show through. But okay, one last time. Here's the whole piece so far. And that's my tiger. Okay, next. A lot of rambling. Please let me know if you prefer, for updates, if you would prefer like the quick and short update, like, so this is this piece and this is my progress, next one. Or with the whole story behind it. Let me know. Oh, actually, I have more with this piece related. So this is what got me started on my DMC master set. So, because there are 90 colors in there. So here I am, this is my system for now. I've got all of my DMC in here, bobbinated and numbered. This is all by number, by the way, in numeric order. And so I pick one strand off of these and I made my own floss cards. And these are the floss cards for Tiger. There are 6 of these cards and I put them in here and I labeled them. You know how floss cards work. I don't have to explain. So I get that from the master set, and when one almost is running out, I will order a new one of that color, new skein. And whenever I need colors for a new piece that I don't have yet, I will order those too. And that way I will build hopefully up to a full set of DMC. That's my goal. Okay. Yeah, so that's Tiger. Next, I'm throwing stuff all over the place. Will be fun to clean up afterwards. Then I went to it was the Handwerkbeurs in Zwolle. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's like a fair, I guess. And I found out about this through the rocking stitcher, Jemima, here on YouTube too. I will link her down below, she's amazing too. And she's actually doing the height that I will be starting, my first height. Which is amazing. And she's doing the super size. It's crazy, I'm not doing the super size, I'm not that crazy yet. So, okay, but through her I found out about this fair in the Netherlands. And I did not know there were still people in the Netherlands cross-stitching at that point. So I went there with a friend of mine and I got Twilight Bridge, Dimensions Gold collection kit. And it is this picture. Let's try and fix the glare. There you go, I guess. It's an amazing picture. Oh, the price tag is on there. I don't mind personally, but it's okay. So I finished a page the day before yesterday. So I've now 2 pages finished of. Okay, so I'm making up my own pages because obviously with Dimensions kits there are just 2 giant pages, like one half of the pattern and another half of the pattern. I am making up pages so that they will fit within my hoop. So, okay. So I have made up the pages to be 4 across and 3 down. So 12 pages in total. And I have done 2. There you go. I love the colors, and I'm leaving the back stitch. And what was it called? There was another sort of stitch, but it's like a back stitch but different. And I'm leaving those for last. So there are stripes in the window and along the roof and the chimneys. But I'm doing that last. But I think it already looks amazing without. So we'll see. So that's Twilight Bridge. I started that in March 2020. And obviously it's not finished yet. Oh yeah, and I'm doing this in diagonals. Rows of 10 stitches wide. And I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up. And then I will park the threads if they are too far away. The stitches are too far away, or in the next diagonal. I will park the threads in the next stitch that will come across. So yeah, that's my method for Twilight Bridge. Okay. We're moving along nicely, aren't we? What should I call it? Then, yes, I heard that my cousin, it's cousin for both female and male, right? In English, because in Dutch it's not. My female cousin obviously got pregnant. So of course I had to stitch something for the baby. So I asked her sister what the theme for the baby room would be. And she said it would be Winnie the Pooh. So I got a Winnie the Pooh chart off of Etsy. If you're interested, I don't have it anymore, of course, because I gifted it to her. And I framed it and all, and it's all on my Instagram page if you want to see it finished and framed. I still need to upload this one, framed and stuff, but we'll do that soon. So if you're interested in that, I don't have to show it here. Check out my Instagram. And then, yeah. So I found out about people stitching stuff for other people. I love that idea. So of course I have to stitch something for my best friend and for my boyfriend, of course. So I asked my best friend to look up a chart she would like on Etsy. And hi Eileen, by the way. She will definitely watch this. I'm not sure if I like it, because I think it will be kind of awkward, because my English and stuff. But we'll see. Hi. She picked this pattern, and it's called Amazing Lady. Now, trust me, her shoulders are not that red. I think a color in my printer is running out, but you get the idea. It's a beautiful pattern. It's totally her. It's completely her style. And stitch count is 14 count white Ada. No, that's not true. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm doing this on 18 count white Ada because I don't like 14 count. This was on 14 count, by the way. I did like that because, well, the chart is just amazing. But for the most patterns, I do not like 14 count Ada because, well, I don't like my pictures to, my cross stitch work to look pixelated. I want it to look like an image. So I am doing this 2/2 full cross. My needle is still in there. That's where I'm at. I really need to get rid of the habit of putting my needle in my mouth because I don't use needle minders. Yeah, I'm stitching this one in hand. Yeah, in hand, 2 full cross, 14 count, 18 count wide Ada. What else do I need to tell about it? Oh yeah, method of stitching is like the same of tiger, but without the pages. So I'm picking a color at the top, finish the thread, pick another one. Kind of like Sarah Stitching Mommy does that. Yeah, basically her method. So that's Amazing Lady. And I try to make my own floss cards out of a plastic thing, perforating it. But the stickers are not really sticking to it. And if I pull too hard, like I did here, I will pull through the, what would it call, plastic? Yeah, plastic. I did not know a string could cut through this, but apparently it does. Okay, so that's Amazing Lady. And then, as I said before, I wanted to do something for my boyfriend too. So I let him pick out something on Etsy as well. And I have not started this yet, but I want to start it this month. It's basically 3 patterns, but it's a set of these animals. We are both very into animals. He more into wildlife and I'm more into horses. Why did I need to think about it so long? Okay, so that is his pattern. I will start it this month. Yeah. Nothing to show for that yet. Well, I have kitted it up. Words are hard. With the same fabric as Amazing Lady, so 18 count wide Ada. It came in a giant piece and I cut it into the 4 different, well 5, because I had a piece of Ada left over and I used that to test stitch because I learned my lesson with tiger. So I did the test stitch and I found out that 2/2 for this, 2/1 because it's Ada. For this piece would be perfect. So I don't know what I will call this though, because I don't think it really has a title. Currently I'm calling it Project Baby, but I think I will have to change that to animals or something. Let me know if you have any ideas. Let me down in the comments below. And then, as for plans with cross stitching, I will start my very first Heaven and Earth. It is artwork by David Penfound and it is Waterhole Master. Oh yes, like I told you, I am very much into animals and I'm in love with Heaven and Earth. I like to see progress on any piece anyone is doing. I don't mind if it's not my style, just Heaven and Earth by itself is my style. But I wanted, because they are very big, obviously, I wanted the piece to have something going on every single page, and this obviously has that, because there's stuff going on everywhere, and there are always animals, and oh my god, I'm so in love with this tree. I did not even notice it on just the cover page, but Jemima started in that corner and the coloring on it, it's amazing. So yeah, no way, I'm already through my cross stitch stuff. Okay, so I wrote down a tiny script just to make sure that I don't forget anything. Yeah, so that's it for cross stitching. if that's all you're here for, see you next time, hopefully, if you liked what you saw. And I will move into my tiny bit of knitting and crochet and stuff I do. Well, I don't have crochet going at the moment, but I will have some. So I have 2 projects. So I have finished this shawl or scarf. Someone please explain to me what's the difference between a shawl and a scarf in English, because I have no idea. I just realized I'm looking to myself in the mirror all the time, but I need to look at you guys. Okay, so I finished this scarf. It does not go with this sweater, but it's fine. I like the coloring. I found this yarn and I fell in love with the coloring, and I love the stripes it makes on here. Okay, so I bought 2 of those, and then I had another, so I had another ball of yarn, or are those called skeins too? I don't know. I had another one. Another one. Perfect. And I started a triangle. That's my needle. A triangle shawl, scarf. Someone explain. It will probably not fit on a needle. I will have to find a solution for that, because I don't have 4mm. Is it 4.5mm circulars? And someone may ask, like, why is your needle broken? It's not broken, it's bendable. I bent it so that when I put it under my armpit, it does not end up like here, but in front of me, like the tip of the needle. So I bent my needles. I'm weird. I'm really weird. You will find out if you follow me. Or ask Eileen. I'm crazy. So that's one project. And then, thank you Amy for inspiring me. She's a stitchy friend of mine, so we have video called before. And she's doing like knitting socks. Why is it so hard to say? She's knitting socks. So I got inspired because my grandmother used to knit socks, like goat's wool socks. I think it's very much a Dutch thing. I don't know if you guys know of it, but goat's wool socks are a Dutch thing. And she used to knit those for her sons. And my father really liked those socks, but he has worn out all of them and she's gone, so she can't knit more.